Hello my dear students, welcome back to the class once again. So we have already completed 3 chapters from history, the Harappan civilization, early Vedic age, later Vedic age, and then last week I completed Jainism and Buddhism. So now I have decided that why not we do one chapter from Civics. So we started our session with the Civics, with a first chapter from Civics, like our constitution, and then some of the salient features also we discussed. So now we'll continue from there. So if you think that you have missed those videos, you did not get a chance to watch those videos, so definitely I'll share the links of those videos in the description box. Please check it. That means today we are going to study the fundamental rights. So our constitution, salient features, when we discuss the salient features, there I explained you the important features of the constitution, and there I mentioned about the fundamental rights also. Very briefly I explained you. So today we are going to do fundamental rights in a proper way with full understanding. So what is mean by fundamental rights? What are the rights included in the fundamental rights? So that we'll do it. Okay. So please do check the description box for the links of the previous chapter, so that it will be easy for you to understand the civics part of your syllabus. So let's start with fundamental rights. So as you all know that rights means in normal way, in Hindi we call it adhikar, right? So fundamental means very basic rights. In 1945, when the World War II came to an end, when United Nations Organization was established, so there was mention in the United Nations Charter regarding the Declaration of Human Rights. So that human rights and our fundamental right is very much similar, because we got our human rights through our fundamental rights. So definitely it is also known as Bill of Rights. Okay, we got our human rights in the form of fundamental rights. In the same way, different independent countries of the world, they also have been given these rights through different names, like Bill of Rights or normally as fundamental rights. So what is mean by fundamental right? A very basic question again to the new students. So definitely it is a basic rights given to each and every individuals living in the country. Okay, that is provided by the constitution, that is given to the citizen through the constitution, and that is a legal right given to the citizens. So each and every people living in the country, they have been given the right to freedom. Okay, that means the fundamental rights are given to them. Okay, and within the fundamental rights, other freedoms are also given, other rights are also given. So in the previous class of the civics, I told you about the number of parts in the Indian Constitution. So when our constitution was inaugurated, or when it was enforced, my dear, at that time altogether 395 articles and 8 schedules and 22 parts were there. 22 parts were there, and right now we have 25 parts. Okay, it's what is mean by parts means it's like a chapter. Chapter number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so in chapter number 3, that is part 3 of our constitution, we can get fundamental rights. So fundamental right is mentioned in part 3 of our constitution. So part 3 I have mentioned over here. So just if you forget also, no problem, I am there to remind you. Part 3 of our constitution deals with fundamental rights. Okay, fundamental rights, part 3. Then again, after that, part 4, after part 3, chapter number 4 deals with directive principles. Okay, it deals with directive principles. Okay, and then again, later on, part 4A deals with fundamental duties. So when our constitution was ready, fundamental duty was not included along with the fundamental rights, but through the amendment of 1976, okay, Amendment of 1976, that is 42nd Amendment Act, fundamental duty was also included. Okay, so 1976 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, it describes the fundamental duties of all the citizens. So definitely along with the rights, definitely duties are to be given so that people will have a balanced life, rights plus duties. So this is what we know about the chapters. So many chapters are there. So 25 chapters are there. So if you want to know what all the chapters, you can just go search in the Google how many parts are there in Indian Constitution. Definitely you'll get a lot of answers. Okay, so 25 parts. So if you are not interested to go into the detail of the parts, just you can go to the heading. Okay, you'll know what are the chapters in the parts. So normally we are dealing with part 3, that is fundamental rights. Okay children, so now we need to discuss about why is fundamental right important in our life, or we can say just for our general knowledge. So what are the important features of the Indian Bill of Rights, also known as fundamental right? Indian Bill of Rights. Okay, fundamental right is also known as Indian Bill of Rights. Okay, so first of all we must admit that our rights is completely written in detailed form. Okay, a very detailed Bill of Rights. Our fundamental right is complete. It is a detailed right. Each and every rights along with the articles are clearly defined. Okay, and the second important thing is that a fundamental right belongs. Okay, fundamental rights belongs to the citizens, all the citizens, irrespective of caste, color, creed, and religion. Excuse me. So fundamental rights, what do you call it? It deals with just a minute. So fundamental rights belongs to each and every citizens of the country. So without any discrimination, this right is for everyone, rich, poor, everyone. This right is for everyone. That means whoever is a citizen of this country, they definitely will get this rights. Okay, and along with the fundamental rights, my dear, this fundamental right also has done something great in protecting the rights of the minorities. Some special rights also has been given to the minorities. Now, who all are known as minorities? People living in India, those who are less in number, like Buddhist, Christians, the Muslims in India. Okay, they are termed as minorities. Who all are in majority? Hindus are in majority. Okay, the next one, binding character of fundamental rights. So definitely it is a binding character. So definitely fundamental rights, giving rights to the people. Okay, so this rights is completely bound to be followed from union as well as states, even the parliament. Within the entire territory of India, people are bound to follow the fundamental right. They are being granted to access the fundamental rights. Okay, and this fundamental right is legal. It is legal. It is a legal right enforced by our constitution. It is a legal right enforced by our constitution. Okay. So next one, Parliament can amend fundamental rights at any moment. So these are some of the important characteristic features of the fundamental right, or we can say that these are some of the special features of our fundamental rights. Okay, normally we don't get into it. We just simply know what is fundamental right, and rest of the fundamental rights we discuss in detail. Now let us discuss all those rights in detail. There is mentioned over here. Altogether 6 fundamental rights are there. Altogether 6 fundamental rights are there. Suppose like number 1, right to equality. Okay, right to freedom, right against exploitation. Okay, right to freedom of religion, then cultural and educational rights, and the last one, right to constitutional remedies. Okay, but earlier when I was a student, I was taught 7 fundamental rights. One more was there, right to property also was there, right to property. But now the right to property is removed from the fundamental rights. Okay, it does not mean that it is completely removed and people, they don't have the right to property. It is simply been shifted to article number 300A. Article number 300A. Okay, so it was before mentioned in the fundamental right. How many fundamental rights are there? 7 we used to say. Okay, right to property also was there, but now when we study that fundamental right, that is right to property is taken away. Okay, got it? Now that legal, it is a legal right, whether it is mentioned or not. Now that is a legal right for everyone to have a property. Okay, and the last one is right to constitutional remedies. Right to constitutional remedies. So one by one we need to discuss about what actually are these rights. What is meant by right to equality? What means by right to freedom? So one by one we need to discuss it in detail. Okay, then only we can understand what are the fundamental rights given to the citizens of the country. Being the citizen of this country, we must know our right. Unless we don't know our right, then how can we fight for our right? Simply we say, I want my right. So definitely you need to know your right, then only you can fight for your right. If your right is infringed, then where to go, how to get back my rights, you should know about it. So everything is written down in the fundamental chapter, part 3. Everything is written down in detail. Okay, so now let's do it one by one. So first of all, we'll be doing with the right to equality. So this right to equality. Right to equality is mentioned down in article number. Okay, let me write it over here. Article 14. Okay, it is mentioned down in article number 14 to 18. Okay, so right to equality is mentioned down in article number 14 to 18. So article number 14 to 18 deals with right to equality. Not a big deal to understand. It's very simple. Okay, right to equality is mentioned down in article number 14 to 18. Okay, so 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. How many? 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So these are the 5 rights. These are the 5 rights mentioned down in equality. So on what basis we are going to get the equal rights? So number 1, article number 14 talks about or deals with right to equality. Equality before law. Equality law, you know, every country is run by law. So definitely there should not be any discrimination. There should not be any infringement. There should not be any injustice to be done with the people of the country. So law is equal for everyone. Okay, law will be given, that means law treats everyone equally. Okay, all citizens enjoy equal right before law. Equal right before law. Okay, all enjoy equal protection of law. I'll be equally protected by the law. I'll be treated equally before the law also. Okay, so but however it does not mean we have absolute equality. Okay, so when we talk about equality, so definitely theoretically somewhat ups and downs will be there. Theoretically everything is correct, but when we come in the practical life, so we see the justice, we don't get it on time. Okay, normally the poor people suffers a lot. So that is something different, but we are talking in a theoretical way. Okay, so there should not be any discrimination. Suppose for example, if a beggar kills a king, okay, if a beggar kills a king or a king kills a beggar, punishment is same. So they have committed a crime. Beggar has committed a crime, yeah, or the king has committed a crime. As per the constitution, they were not allowed, but they have committed a crime. So accordingly, they will be punished. Accordingly, they will be punished. Punishment will be given to them equally. So if a person has not committed a crime, though he is a poor person, he is being trapped. So definitely justice will be given to him. Though it will take a time, but definitely at the end of the day, he will get the justice. Okay, so law is equal for everyone. So we will be treated equally before the law, which is mentioned down in article number 14. The next one, prohibition of discrimination. No discrimination. There cannot be any discrimination. So there should not be any discrimination on the basis of religion. Okay, no discrimination on the basis of religion, race, okay, caste, sex, or place of birth. Okay, religion, Hindu, Muslim. Oh, you are Hindu, I am a Muslim. There should not be any difference. You are a human being, you are an Indian citizen, you belong to this country. This right is for everyone. Constitution is for you, the country is for you. The Prime Minister is Prime Minister is of the country. So it is not your and mine. Got it? The next one is race. To which race you belong? Aryan race or Nordic race or people from South America, doesn't matter. Okay, you are Indian. Okay, it does not permit any discrimination. The next one is caste. To which caste you belong? I belong to a low caste, you belong to the high caste. You cannot sit with me, you cannot eat with me, you cannot walk with me, you are not allowed to sit in the compartment. No, my dear, no, it's not like that. So this is the most important thing, that caste system has been removed from our country. It is an illegal thing that if we continue in our country on the basis of caste, that means we are violating our constitution. So caste system, even though it is somewhere found in India, but practically we don't see openly in our country, because constitution does not allow casteism to be followed in our country. So if we follow casteism and if we make a difference on the basis of caste, then definitely what is the value, what is the use of talking about right to equality? How do we make our people feel that we all are equal? That is why discrimination should not be done. Okay. Then another one is sex. So don't take it in other way. Sex means male or female. Got it? Either male or female. So these are the two things, male and female. So why should we discriminate them? No need of discrimination. Both are equal. They also can eat, we also can eat, they also can work, they also can study. Nowadays you see everywhere the girls are giving a tough competition to the boys. So we cannot underestimate them. Got it? So we must treat them equally, and Constitution also has tried to remove this gender inequality from the society. For that, we are pushing forward this system to make a platform where we can treat both the male and female on the equal basis. Got it? The next one is place of birth. I was born in Bihar, you were born in what you call it, Kerala or Maharashtra. So it doesn't make any difference. You are born in India, whatever. You are a citizen of India. Okay, you were born in some other country, but you came to India long time back, more than 20 years ago, 40 years ago. You are a citizen of this country. Okay, so definitely you can avail the right which is availed by other citizens of the country. So there should not be any discrimination. No discrimination and no differences can be made. So this is the only way we can make ourselves feel equal, and Constitution legally has mentioned it. Okay. Next one is equality of opportunity, which is mentioned in article number 16. Article number 16. So equal opportunity must be given to everyone. Opportunity must be given. Whether you pass or fail, that is a secondary question. Okay, but opportunity must be given to everyone. So opportunity must be given to everyone without any discrimination. Just like I told you, no discrimination on the basis of caste, sex, religion, place of birth. Okay, cannot be done. Did you understand? So opportunity must be given to everyone to avail public office. If a government job is, if a vacancy is there, so everyone, those who want to, who can clear the exam, they can sit for the examination. On the merit basis, you will get the job. Okay, it doesn't mean that you didn't clear the exam and you still say that government did not give me the post. It is not like that. You are given the opportunity. Grab that opportunity, prepare for the exam, pass the examination, so definitely you will get the job. So when any opportunities are there, it is for everyone. Okay. So let me tell you one more thing before the point which I just skipped out. Article number 15, for prohibition of discrimination. So there should not be any discrimination on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex, and religion. Like on any of this ground, my dear, people should not be denied access to shops, hotels, public restaurants, restaurants and public entertainment. So you cannot make that you are not allowed to enter the hotel, you are not allowed to enter the playground, you are not allowed to enter the shops and all. No, it's not like that. It is for everyone. If you have money in your pocket, you can enter the hotel. Got it? If you have enough money that you can think that I can take my family to a hotel where rich people also sits and eat, then definitely no problem. There cannot be any discrimination. If anybody does so, he or she is violating the rule of the country. You can complain, right? So next one is Abolition of Untouchability, article number 17. So we have reached up to 17. Got it? Untouchability. Untouchability. Long time back in our country, there was a particular class called untouchables. They were known as Harijans. Gandhiji has termed them as Harijans, children of God, who used to serve the upper classes. Okay, but still they were treated in an inferior way. They were not allowed to draw waters from the well. Okay, they were not allowed to sit together. They were not allowed to enter the temples and all. Okay, so this type of discrimination was seen in the past. So Gandhiji, when he entered into the national movement, he was very much upset to see all this discrimination, though they belong to our country, but they were treated in a very different way. That is why Gandhiji said that until unless we don't unite ourselves, until unless we don't give up this discriminatory policy, we are not going to become successful. We are not going to gain our independence, right? That is why. So when we got independence, when a constitution was framed, it was Gandhiji, my dear, who insisted that untouchability should be removed from our country, right? So untouchability now has become an offense. Okay, untouchability now has become an offense for eradicating social evils. It is an evil practice. They are also human beings. Okay, why do we treat them in this way? They are also human beings. They look similar to us. Just because they do some other work, we just don't allow them. It's not like that, my dear. So that is why Gandhiji was of the opinion that this is a social evil and it should be eradicated from our society. Okay, from our country. That is why he wanted it to be abolished and through a legal way. So legally, constitution, that means the legal constitution of our country abolished untouchability. Okay, practice of untouchability in any form, is offense, is a punishable offense. It is a punishable offense. No one can practice untouchability in society. No one can. If I do this type of thing, my dear, if the person complains to the police station, I will be arrested, my dear, because I went against the constitution, which constitution did not allow me. Okay, so that is all about article number 17, abolition of untouchability. Okay, and the last one, article number 18. So all this we are discussing related to right to equality. So untouchability is over now. So now abolition of titles. So long time back, my dear, titles were there. So that titles made a differences between the people. Okay, so the constitution prohibits the state from conferring any titles on citizens. Okay, there should not be any titles given to the citizens which may make a differences between the people or the citizens. Okay, so however, honors for military or academic distinction can be given. Military decorations such as Paramveer Chakra, Mahavir Chakra, Veer Chakra, okay, and Ashok Chakra, as well as titles like Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan, Bharat Ratna can be awarded. Apart from this, nothing can be awarded. So academic distinction can be made. Okay, in a school, in colleges, you see, oh, he became first, he's a brilliant child, he's an excellent boy, he topped the university, he topped the college and all. That is okay. That is not going to make that is not discriminating you. It is on the basis of merit. It is on the basis of merit. He worked hard, so he stood first in the college or first in the university. That is something different. Okay, so that can be done. So academic distinction, okay, military honors, as I told you, Paramveer Chakra and all. Okay, so all these things, my dear, are allowed. Apart from that, nothing is allowed which can make the people feel inferior, which can make the people feel unequal. What is, children? So that is all about right to equality. Right to equality. Okay. Right to equality. So now let us do one more topic, and after that we'll end it, and we'll leave these three to be discussed in the next class. So this one is over. Now we'll be doing this, right to freedom, which is very, very easy for us, and we need to know about this freedom. Whenever we are locked up, we say we need freedom. Now we are in such a situation. We are locked up inside our house. We feel monotonous. We feel suffocated. We want a freedom. That is why whenever we get a chance, we go out to roam. But still, we are given sticks by the police to enter the houses, right? So we are in such situation. But just imagine, my dear, if you are locked up in a room, how you feel? You will feel suffocating. You will feel that you are in such a place where you cannot survive. You become restless. So that is freedom. If you catch a bird and keep the bird in the cage, what will happen? The bird definitely won't speak, but the bird also wants freedom. So if you open the door of the cage, the bird fly like anything, and that is the happiest moment for the bird to go into the natural world. So same way for the human beings. Okay. So now let us discuss about right to freedom. So right to freedom, I'll write it over here. Okay. So right to freedom up to 18 we have done. Article 19. Okay. So till 14 to 18, Article 14 to 18 is about right to equality. The next one, Article number 19 to 23. Sorry, 19 to 23. Oh, I made a mess. Let me clear it. Okay. Let me clear it. Article number 19 to 23. Okay. Article number 19 to 23, it deals with right to freedom. You know, freedom. Okay, liberty. We are talking about liberty. So, number 1, Article number 19, freedom. That means fundamental freedom of citizens. Okay, we have been given freedoms. 6 freedoms are there. 6 freedoms are there. Okay. Article number 19 only deals with 6 fundamental freedoms. Apart from that, other freedoms are also there. But these 6 freedoms we need to know. Okay, just let me write it. I'll write it on the board. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I'll write it over here. Okay, so I've written it over here. So right to freedom. So right to freedom is mentioned down in Article number 19 to 23. Okay. Okay. So Article number 19 to 20. So Article number 19 only deals with this. One more is missing over here. I'll write it over. First one is freedom of speech and expression. Freedom of speech and expression. Okay. So we have the freedom of speech. We have been given the freedom to express what I want to say. I have the right to do so. Okay. So freedom of speech. It is not that I'm not allowed to talk. We have been given this right in our country. Okay, that is why you see open criticism is seen in our country. The next one is freedom to assemble peacefully. Anywhere you want to hold a meeting, you want to assemble number of people, you want to assemble together, you need to take permission from the police station. If you are given permission, then you can assemble peacefully. If it is for a peaceful, if it is in a peaceful way and it is for a good cause and without any arms, then definitely no problem at all. You can assemble peacefully. That permission is given. Okay. The next freedom is freedom to form association. So we know we have been we see in our country lot of associations are there. That freedom is also given. We can form any association like interest groups, trade unions. Okay, political parties are there. Auto rickshaw union is there. Truck drivers association is there. Okay, auto driver association is there. So all these associations are allowed. Why these associations are formed? To protect their rights. To protect their rights, these associations are formed. Okay, so that permission is given to them. Okay. Now next one is this one, number 4, movement. That means being the citizen of this country, my dear, we have been given the freedom to move anywhere in the country. Okay, we are allowed. Suppose this is my house, so I can move anywhere in the rooms. I can go to sitting room, I can go to bedroom, I can go to drawing room. I have the right to do so. But do I have the right to enter in somebody else's houses? Not allowed. No. Think that this is my country and the other one is my neighbor's country. So there I am not allowed. But within the country I can move anywhere. So I don't require any passport, I don't require any visa, I don't need to show my identity. That is to be done very much. Okay, that is to be done very much. Okay, so this is how we do it. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Okay, so this is how we do it. Just a minute. This is how we do it. Okay, so freedom of movement. So once again, let me tell you, freedom of movement. We have the freedom to move anywhere in the country. I live in Jaigaon or I live in Siliguri or any part of the country. I live in Bombay. I can be given for. I can move anywhere in the country. I can go to Jammu Kashmir. I can go to Kerala. I can go to Maharashtra. I don't require any visa. I don't require any permission. Just we need to have a valid train ticket or flight ticket, or you must have money in your pocket. You can go anywhere in the country. Okay, so that freedom is there in our country. So movement, freedom of movement. Okay, but on the other hand, if you want to go to other country, definitely permission is required. That is, permission is required. But to move within the country, our country is a big country, right? To move within the country, we don't require any permission. We have the freedom to move anywhere in the country. Okay, next one, freedom to reside. This one you can see here, freedom to reside. Okay, oh sorry, freedom to, okay, freedom to reside. Okay, freedom to reside and settle. Reside means to live in any part. I can stay in any part of the country. Okay, just temporarily also I can sit. Suppose I went to Maharashtra or I went to Goa. I can stay there for a few months, 3 months, 4 months, because I am not permanently going to settle over there. But if I want to settle there permanently also, I can do so. I can buy a plot of land. I can settle there. Nobody can stop me if I get a land. If I get a land, if I get a house, I can buy it, I can settle there. Okay, so we have been given the permission, we have been given, that means we have the freedom to reside, live in any part of the country. Settle means with all your houses and family, you settle there. Okay, reside and settle in any part of the country. In any part of the country. Okay, and then nobody is going to ask you. Okay, then the last one we have is okay, so I'm going to write, no, I'm going to write it over here. I'm going to write it over here. That is freedom of profession. Okay, number 6. Freedom of profession. Okay. Freedom of profession. Okay, I'll tell you. Occupation. Okay, profession, occupation, and okay, trade. Okay, and last one, business. Okay, trade. Okay, trade or business. So let me explain you just a few minutes more. Okay, so freedom of profession, that means we have the freedom to choose our profession. Which profession you want to go? I want to play cricket. I want to make cricket as my profession. I want to make football as my profession. I want to be a teacher. I want to join the teaching profession. I want to be a computer instructor. So whichever profession you want, you can go through it. Nobody can stop you. Whichever profession you want, you like it, you can go through it. Okay, you can choose it. Sometimes your parents decides what you are going to become. Some of your parents want you to be a doctor, you to be an engineer. That is something different. The story is something different. But what you want to do, what you want to become, later on when your mind becomes matured, that time it decides. Okay. The next one, occupation. What you want to do? I want to do service. Okay. Whichever occupation you want to choose, different occupations are there in our country. we can choose it. Nobody can force us. Okay, that freedom also we have. Trade, business, trade or business. I want to do business. I don't want to be a professional cricketer. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be engineer. Okay, I don't want to choose any other occupations. I just want to do business. So business are of different categories, different kinds of business are there. Business means where you keep yourself busy, where you put your labor, and where you get the profit. Okay, there is a risk. If you have the guts to risk your life or risk in any business, then definitely you can earn money. Did you understand? So that also you can do it. Business can be small or big. Okay, you can sell fruits on the thela on the in the places. That is also business. Selling transaction is going on. Okay, there also you are selling, people are coming and buying. There is a relation between a seller and a consumer. That is also business. Where you are selling, you are getting the money. Did you understand? So whichever you want, you have the freedom to do it. So that is absolutely free in our country. That depends, so that you can earn your livelihood freely without any obstacle. Government also won't come in the middle. Okay, children? So this is all about right to freedom, which is mentioned down in article number. This is already mentioned in article. Okay, article 19. So all this whichever we discuss is mentioned down in article number 19. Do you understand? So let us keep it up to here. Okay, we have to keep it up. Okay, so one more, article number 20. Okay, this one we'll do it in the next class. Okay, we'll do this in the next class. So in the next class again, when I start, I'll start from this part only. So I'll just recapitulate this part and we'll continue the article number 20. Okay, children. So please, I hope you all understood this chapter. It is one of the most important chapter for each and every citizens of the country. Though we come to school, we learn it, but many of them, they don't know about their right. Okay, there are so many rights given in the constitution. Many of them they don't know. So please, if possible, you help them, you make them understand. Okay, so you are the student, you go through it in your syllabus. Okay, so you can understand it more clearly. Okay, altogether at present 414 articles are there, 25 parts are there. Okay, 12 schedules are there. Okay, and part 3 deals with fundamental rights, and this fundamental right we discussed today. So hopefully you understood the topic. Okay, and in the next class we'll continue from here. So let us make this as part 1, fundamental rights part 1 tutorial. Okay, so next one, part 2 tutorial of the same chapter, we'll do it. Okay, I'll try to complete this chapter in the next class itself. Okay, so till then you must go through the previous videos, watch the previous videos, go through it. If you still have any doubts or any queries, then you can freely contact me. Okay, my email address is given over there, my mobile number is given over there. You can freely contact me and I am ready to help you out, clear your doubts. Okay, children, so please do watch the video. Okay, and do the assignments given, home assignments, daily assignments, chapter. After the end of the chapter I give you some questions, you do it. Okay, and keep it when we meet together, when the school reopens. At that time definitely I'm going to check it. Okay, but don't keep it as schools are closed, so we don't need to do it. So please keep your work complete, keep your works complete, and side by side take a little bit of time. Okay, sit. I'm not forcing you to sit with a mobile phone all the time. You can watch these videos on your laptops also, on your PCs also, or on your smart TVs also. You can watch it. Okay, nowadays Android smart TVs are there, YouTubes are there, so you can easily get it there and you watch it so that you can understand it clearly. Okay, children. So time to say bye bye. So take care, stay safe, and see you again in next class. Bye bye. Yeah. Just 1 minute, okay? I'm back again. So the previous chapters like our constitution and then the salient features of the constitution, I have prepared the question answers and all. So very shortly I'll provide you those question answers and all. Okay. So just you have to do one thing. Just copy it in your notebooks. Okay. Keep it. And if you get time, definitely time is there, so you please go through it, prepare it. Anytime you will be you have to sit for your exams and all, so prepare yourself and keep it ready. Okay, so I'm preparing. So already Harappan civilization, I have given you the question answer. Early Vedic period question answer is ready. Later Vedic period question answer is ready. Jainism and Buddhism also question answer is ready. I'll just make an arrangement and I'll provide you with the question answers, and please do it in your copy. Now, final. Bye bye. Take care. Stay safe.